everybody, welcome back to another Hof Bergmann Explained video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the lime mine that is up here to the northwest of Hof Bergmann version 1.0. You're going to find it here at Farmland ID 50, and you can buy it for $167,400. Now this is just one video in a continuing series called Hof Bergmann Explained. I do have a link to the playlist down in the description. If this happens to be the first video of the Explained series you've seen, please, by all means, go ahead and check out the others. Again, linked in the description. Once you buy the limestone quarry, you'll be able to come up here and enter it. It is locked until you do own this. And once you come into here, you're going to find we have some sheds. We have fuel storage over here. And then we have, well, the limestone crusher. And this is going to be used to convert limestone into lime. We also have over here some floodlights that we can activate with R. And then we'll come over here and we will left click, take a look at our production now that we own it. Again, limestone is the input, lime is the output. 95% of the limestone we put in will be able to get out as lime. Now, how do we get our limestone? Well, it's actually pretty simple and pretty cool too. So here in our open pit, we have limestone boulders. And well, how do we break up boulders in Farm Sim 25? That's right. We use our stone crusher. So we need the SFB 750. This is going to be used to crush our rocks into smaller rocks. And that's going to, of course, be attached to one of our skid steers. For this video, I'm using the SVL 970-2. We're also making use of the L120H Volvo wheel loader and the high dump bucket that is with the Volvo. So, pretty simple. We're just going to come over here, grab our Kubota that's already been set up. Turn it on and, well, get to crushing some rock. Now, I did see a question in the comments with respect to, is this limestone unlimited? Well, I would say based on the rock here, the fact that the rock goes away when you crush it, that this resource is not unlimited. We are working with a finite amount of rocks to crush, to convert into regular small limestone. We're going to crush up some more rocks, make it a little bit easier to scoop this up. And once we have ourselves a bucket of limestone, well, we're going to bring this up here to our crusher, where we're going to further process the limestone into lime. So we have our ramp. And there we go. We'll come back over here to our generator and get things started by hitting R. We'll have animations with our limestone dust. We also have limestone on the conveyor going up and eventually dumping into our storage. This is going to be a pretty quick operation. We can process up to 240,000 units of limestone per month. So no problem at all with respect to keeping up with production from our quarry, because obviously it will take a little bit of time to crush up those stones and get them scooped up and put into the machine. Let me fast forward time a little bit because I also want to show and demonstrate this big bag maker that is also up here at the limestone area. We also have a big bag maker over at the main farm. Remember when I talked about the main farm? We have a big bag maker across the street where we have our silo. So there's the big bag maker, 8,000. And here we have another big bag maker, 8,000. And we can big backpack. Okay. We can buy this. Then we'll have to transport it. And the easiest way you're going to find to transport that is going to be using something like this big bag lifter and the wheel loader. So of course you could bring your lime spreader up here. You could bring a trailer up here and just unload directly into that from the unload point. Let's position this here, and we already have 5,000 liters. So let's fill up our bucket. This is why I suggest the high dump bucket. So let's go ahead and dump our lime in here. And of course, we could put anything in here. We could put seed in here. We could put wheat, oats. We could put total mixed rations in here, wood chips. Pretty much anything that we could purchase as a big bag, we could put into the big bag maker and therefore make big bags of it. So once we have dumped our product into here, we're going to come up to the display. See, we basically have 5,000 liters. We're going to hit E to enter our big bag maker. We're going to hit B to enable pallet creation. And presto, it is now filling a big bag worth of lime. So I'm going to put 2,000 liters worth of lime in there and then drop the bag. And then we can pull this bag out and it's going to make another big bag of lime. So just for demonstration, I went ahead and just enabled super strength. There you go. Then this is going to be a partial bag. Just 1,000 liters. But there you go. Pretty straightforward. Pretty simple when you think about it. That in order to ultimately make our limestone, we have to crush up the large boulders down here in our pit. And then we get this little limestone that we then scoop up with any sort of bucket. I would suggest a telehandler or a wheel loader because you will have to have a pretty good bit of reach. And then once we have that scooped up, putting it in our crusher for further processing. Turn that on and we'll see our animations. And then we'll be able to store all sorts of lime up here for later use on our fields. Pretty cool. I'd like to know your thoughts are down in the comments below with respect to this way of dealing with lime and making limestone in order to process into lime. I like this a lot better than just magically every rock you pick up out of the field or crush out in the woods is magically limestone because, well, we all know that isn't necessarily the case, that every single rock out there is going to produce limestone. Maybe there's other limestone boulders hidden out there in the forest on Hof Bergmann. You'll just have to get out there and start to explore and see if there are other places where we have limestone. Till next time, happy farming.